Well, I think the thing for us that was so critical was to be able to go and do that adventure, which everybody always says they want to do. Boy, I want to take my kids out of school and go sail around the world. Then you get to the practical realities of it. What matters to you? And I've been sailing for over 40 years. And when my wife and I first got married, we lived on a boat. So we had enough experience to know what the key things were. And we looked at probably hundreds, certainly dozens of different boats that we were physically on, and we went and chartered a lot. And we narrowed it down to the key things that Tenaz has that nobody else did, which was, first off, fabulous outdoor space. So this cockpit that I'm sitting in now is the only one I've seen on any super yacht anywhere that has 3 distinct areas. You've got a great dining area right behind me where I'm sitting here. You've got this tremendous U-shape where you can have a dozen or 20 people and it's totally comfortable. Then the nav station's behind it, and then a whole aft deck. And the truth is, you come on a sailboat because you want to be outside. And so you've got this great outdoor space, yet we've got this terrific canopy on top that's completely open like it is today, but can also be nicely covered in depending on the weather or what's going on with rain or whatever, and it works perfectly the whole time. Other things that were really critical for us that were so hard to find, even though I thought it was going to be easy when you're saying, well, I'm going to go get a super yacht, was, can I really get 4 staterooms that work? And to have 4 staterooms and then not have to make a lot of other sacrifices, because these boats are all a series of compromises. And so to have the 4 staterooms, still have terrific crew quarters. I mean, when you look at it, there's 7 ensuite cabins on the boat. So you've got to have a comfortable crew space as well, because if they're going to be with you on a long trip, if they're not happy and comfortable, it's that much harder. But without giving up too much of the stateroom, because that's where you're going to live. On top of that, having a real engine room, a proper stand-up engine room, it's amazing to me how many of the super yachts seem to just trade that off completely. And if you're going to go on these long trips and you're going to spend a lot of time on the boat, that engineering section and that engine room becomes absolutely critical. So, full stand-up engine room, lots of room for stores, lots of room for spare parts, the workbench to work on things. It just meant that even when we're out in the middle of nowhere in Raja Ampat in an Indonesian jungle, that if there was a problem with something, we could fix it and we could keep going. So that was crucial for us. For me, another key area was, the master stateroom. You wanted a full width because you want to have some space. That also gives you the ability to have your own area, because again, when you're on a long passage, or even when you're out with a whole bunch of friends, everybody at some point wants to have their own space. So you want great cabins, but for you in the owner's stateroom, you want that extra space. And so that was important for us. And when I went traveling, with a very minor modification, it became an office as well. We moved one of the couches, I had a full office. We have 3 different complete communication systems. We've got the BGAN, we've got Fleet, we've got the SatNav, or the SATCOM. And so no matter where I was in the world, constant communication, full ability to be downloading my emails and staying in touch, doing video conferencing. And I could do that in the cabin. So, no matter what else was going on, that could happen and things could keep functioning. In the master stateroom as well, it becomes such a big move up in luxury as far as I'm concerned to have not just a great shower and a beautiful area, but 2 sinks and a bathtub. And so there's not a lot of boats that manage to do all those things together. So we have all those things going for us. And then another area that was really, really important I'm looking for is, can you have those spaces, not just the great cockpit area outside, but also inside? So we've got the 2 levels, you've got a couple of different dining options, and you also have your living room space that functions very well. And Ed Dubois did such a terrific job in the design here that the huge windows that are his signature wrap right around and come all the way forward to just before the galley, so that natural light is flowing all the way down. And then, the galley itself is terrific. I think a lot of people sort of went crazy and started building these massive galleys with all this open space when, you might want to do that to impress in a house. But anyone who sails knows your galley needs to be functional and you need to be able to move around and reach things. If you've got to take a whole bunch of steps to move around in there, it just doesn't function very well. And whoever's chefing down there doesn't want everyone walking through the middle of them all day long. So again, everywhere you look on the boat, it was just a really, really thoughtful design. And I think I've never seen one that works as well. I mean, right to the aft transom where we spent, it seemed like half our life. The whole stern folds down, makes a fabulous big open dock. And that's where as soon as the boat barely dropped the hook and it would go down, the kids would get in the water, they would play and do flips. And when we were out on passage, we'd hook a fish and that would go down and you could haul it in from there. Guests coming and going, it made it so comfortable, so easy to just pull right up beside there, load people on, load people off. You know, and when you were going scuba diving or you were putting the sailboat in or launching, you know, any of the other toys that go along with the boat, it just all worked so beautifully. So in a nutshell is, when you look at all the bits and pieces together, I've never seen a boat that manages as well as Tenaz does. And she sails like hell.